Welcome to another episode of Furniture Industry News. Today is September 22nd, 2025, and as always, we're here to bring you the updates and insights that keep furniture professionals informed about what's happening across the industry. Let's dive right in. The latest Home Furnishing Sentiment Index shows a drop when it comes to current conditions, but there's an interesting twist. Longer-term optimism remains. In other words, retailers and manufacturers are feeling the pinch right now, whether that's due to inventory challenges, uneven consumer demand, or broader economic uncertainty. But when asked about the outlook 6 months to a year from now, the majority still expressed confidence that business will improve. That duality, short-term strain, long-term hope, seems to be the recurring theme in 2025. It's a reminder that while today's environment is tough, the fundamentals of the home furnishings industry remain resilient. That mixed picture also comes through in consumer sentiment. A recent survey shows that high-income earners, those households making well above the national average, are feeling relatively fine about the economy and their own spending. This is important because those customers drive a large percentage of furniture and home decor sales. They're still eating out, traveling, and yes, buying furniture. Contrast that with middle-income households, which continue to face tighter budgets due to inflation and rising costs in other parts of life. For retailers, this means leaning into the premium segment while still finding creative ways to capture the mid-market shopper. And when it comes to retail operations, inventory remains a big headline. Reports show that inventory issues and return fraud are weighing heavily on retailers as they prepare for the holiday season. Many companies have tried to slim down stock levels after being over-inventoried in the past couple of years, but that makes it harder to respond quickly to changes in demand. On top of that, return fraud. Whether it's people sending back worn items or swapping products with cheaper knockoffs, is becoming more costly. For furniture, where margins are already pressured by shipping and logistics, these issues highlight why operational efficiency is so critical. We may see more retailers leaning on technology and better return policies to protect both their bottom line and the customer experience. Let's shift to consumer buying patterns, particularly in upholstery. Research shows that generational differences are shaping the way shoppers approach the path to purchase. Baby boomers, for example, often prioritize comfort and durability, while millennials and Gen Z look more closely at style, customization, and sustainability. Younger shoppers are also much more likely to research online before ever stepping into a store, while older buyers still prefer to sit test and see the product in person. Understanding these generational nuances is key for retailers when they're developing marketing strategies and deciding how much to invest in digital tools versus in-store experiences. Speaking of upholstery, there's fresh data on what consumers value most in upholstered furniture. At the top of the list are comfort, durability, and price. No big surprises there, but what's interesting is how customization options and sustainability are steadily climbing in importance, especially among younger consumers. For manufacturers, that means finding ways to offer more fabric choices, modular configurations, and eco-friendly materials without driving up costs too much. For retailers, it means clearly communicating these benefits in a way that connects with customers, whether online or on the showroom floor. On the mattress front, there's an important conversation happening around protecting both businesses and consumers. Industry leaders are raising alarms about knockoffs, substandard imports, and the overall need to safeguard product integrity. The message is clear. When cheap, low-quality products flood the market, it not only hurts legitimate companies, but also puts consumers at risk of poor sleep quality or even safety hazards. This rallying cry is a reminder that advocacy and standards matter. Protecting the reputation of the mattress category requires a united front from retailers, manufacturers, and trade groups. Mergers and acquisitions continue to reshape the retail landscape, too. In Milwaukee, a long-standing legacy retailer has been acquired by Boston Incorporated, adding another chapter to the trend of consolidation we've been seeing across the country. For the acquiring company, it's a chance to expand its footprint and bring fresh resources to a well-known local name. For the Milwaukee retailer, it's an opportunity to survive and adapt in a challenging marketplace. Acquisitions like these often bring mixed feelings. There's nostalgia for what's being lost, but also a recognition that scale and investment are increasingly necessary to compete in today's environment. Taken together, these stories tell us a lot about where the furniture industry is headed. On one hand, retailers are battling immediate headwinds, soft consumer demand in certain segments, inventory headaches, and fraud concerns. On the other hand, there's optimism fueled by strong high-income spending, growing interest in sustainability and customization, and ongoing consolidation that points to long-term confidence. It's a balancing act between weathering today's challenges and preparing for tomorrow's opportunities. And that wraps up today's update on furniture industry news. If you find this podcast useful and want to stay on top of what's happening in the furniture industry, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back soon with more insights to keep you up to speed.